What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. In the last episode, we took on the professional mission and planted some probes out in Mira for more fast travel locations, as well as some extra resources. In this episode, before we take on some other missions, let's head over to Armory Alley and get some new ground gear for our party. Now, before we access the shop, let's actually go and put on the best gear that we currently have, just because we haven't really messed with our gear too much since I originally explained it. So I'm just going to use like the equip best gear feature again and make sure we have the best stuff on, and then we can upgrade from there and do a little bit of shopping. It should make our experience a little bit easier, since then, you know, we can upgrade from what our current best actually is rather than what we had on. Now, since we are still on like the basic noob class from the beginning of the game, we really don't have access to a whole lot of good gear, but it's still better than what we have, so I guess it is worth getting. Now, when you're buying new gear, pay attention to the stats on the right side of the screen. Basically, anything in blue is better than what you have, red is worse. So you'll want to compare the stats and figure out if a piece of gear or a weapon fits your playstyle. Like, for instance, maybe you might see a gun with like really high attack, but its cooldown or ammo might be a lot less. So maybe if you did the math, you might find out that its overall damage per second, or DPS, is actually less than what you currently have. Now, I have no idea if like something like that could actually happen in the game. That was just like a scenario I made up. But generally speaking, if it's blue, it's good. That's like the simplest way to look at it. Although I do recommend you take your time and look at all these stats, compare them, that way you know you're buying a good piece of equipment. That being said, I do sort of want to spend a couple minutes here and just really deck out, more specifically my character than my party members, but I do still want to spend some time upgrading their equipment too if I can, provided that I do have the funds to do so, because all these upgrades do cost a lot of credit, so we may not have enough to deck out every single person in our party, but I'll buy what we can. Like, we really don't have a whole lot of money left, so yeah, looks like we're not going to be able to upgrade it too much more. Maybe I can buy, yeah, I can't even buy another weapon for Elma here, so I guess that's really all we're doing. So now that that is done, really the only thing left to do is to take on some more missions. That way we can acquire more credits and buy more gear, as well as progress the game. So while we're here, let's go and talk to Sadie. That way we can pick up her mission as well. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, and I know you're terribly busy, but is there any way you might help with a rather urgent request? Sure, what is it? I promise I won't take much of your time. Heck, I don't have much of my own to spend taking up yours. Sorry, getting off track. Anyway, I know I should be running this request through official channels and all that, so I'm sorry, but there's just no time. I'm desperate at this point, and I'll literally take any help I can get. Not to say you're just anybody. You're great. Ha ha. Look, I know I must sound completely bonkers, but just hear me out, okay? That's all I ask. Alright, so we can listen to her, or we can reassure her. You know what? I think we should probably just go with reassure. Huh? Oh, right, sorry. That probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, huh? Okay, let me pull it together here. Breathe in and out. In and out. People like me. People like me. It's all okay. Thank you. My head's a lot clearer now. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Yes, so I need you to deliver some supplies to a blade team in the field. I'm a mechanic, you see, specializing in Skells. I tend to head up a lot of important projects. Sorry, did that sound braggy? Anyway, I just got a call from a team that's always been really nice to me. They asked me to bring the supplies so they can do a field repair of their Skell. Apparently something called the Whimsical Duo guild attacked them after they left on a mission, and now they're stranded out there. I pride myself on customer service, but me wandering outside in the city is just, no, bad idea. Bad idea. Especially with the Whimsical Duo guild that broke their Skell still kicking around. Much as I wanted to help, I'm just a mechanic. There was only so much I could do. But on the other hand, the thought of those poor Skells lying there all beat up just broke my heart. So I gathered some adventurous stuff and left town, but then kinda panicked about what to do next. The only sane plan I could come up with was asking someone else for help, and then you came along. It's like magic, only not. Anyway, I know I should post this to Mission Control, but she's gonna give it to us instead. So there we go, we got ourselves another normal mission. We're gonna accept that, but not set it as our primary navigation target. But I don't have time for rules, man. I can't just stand around filling out paperwork and cutting red tape or whatever. Oh, and I'll pay you, of course. Or actually, the leader of the team you'd be rescuing will, I hope. At any rate, they're really in trouble, so if you could get these supplies to them, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, we'll do it. First things first, so let's actually go to our missions, and I kind of want to make Welcome Back Connor our primary navigation target, because we got that mission in the last episode, and we should be able to take it on now. And I believe we actually do have a fast travel location near where we need to go, so let me just use my map real quick to fast travel, and there we go. That should be close enough. Okay, so I actually teleported to the farther of the two probes that we actually planted in the last episode, and I did that because, well, I mean, to be honest, I kind of expected there to be some low-level enemies here, but, yeah, it doesn't appear to be the case, because I definitely want to get some more experience and level up just a little bit, but, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get the chance to do that right now. I probably should have, like, time manipulated before I fast traveled here, because I think earlier in the morning or during like the afternoon is when the lower level enemies sort of show up around these areas, so yeah, kind of my fault there. It really kind of stinks because we haven't gotten into too many fights in this game thus far, and that is not like my plan at all, guys. Like, trust me, I have not been planning to like avoid every single monster like we encounter thus far. It's just sort of happened that way because they're all so high level. I think it's mainly because, like, we've been doing a lot of our traveling outside of New LA during the nighttime, and that's really not the best time to go out, especially if you're a new, like, low-level player. So, yeah, you really should, like, wait till daytime, like, time manipulate, come out at daytime, and then fight some lower-level enemies, at least until you get to, like, maybe 10 or 12, then you can start going around at night because you'll be able to fight like a lot more monsters that way. Anyways, I'm pretty sure we can do this field action. Yeah, it's level 1 mechanical, so we got that no problem. We will be able to level up our field actions, I believe, after chapter 3. So there's like mechanical, biological, and something else. I don't remember what it is, but yeah, you're gonna want to level up mechanical first. Oh, sweet baby back ribs, you're human. I guess my luck hasn't completely run out on me. Those monsters were chasing me everywhere. First I ran out of ammo, and then I lost my comms device. Then, well, I was pretty sure my time was up. Ah, jeez, man. Alright, so we can explain that Nathan sent us to find him, or we can inform him that Monica was worried about him. I'm kind of on Monica's side, so, let's just go with inform him then. Why am I not surprised? I mean, it's sweet of her to care, but she's always been a bit of a worrywart. Still, I suppose I should report back and let them know I'm okay. I hate to bother you, but could you help me look for my comms device? It should be nearby. I know we're both fellow Blades and all, but I'm still willing to pay you for your time. It's my goof up that put us here anyway. Alright, so we need to go and find his comms device, which thankfully is pretty close by. Problem is, it's also like right next to some very high, very alert enemies. Like you'll see once we get over to where it is. So we're gonna have to be a little bit sneaky in order to get this comms device back, but really not that big of a deal. Also, there is the other, like, quick travel point that we could have gone to that, like I said, would have gotten us a little closer to where Connor actually is, but, I was kind of hoping we could fight enemies in between, you know, getting to Connor and, talking to him, but that didn't really work out. Anyways, though, you may have, like, gotten, like, a really, really short glimpse at them, but those level 36 enemies up here on the ridge, well, you can't even see them from down here, actually, but, there are some enemies up on this ridge that are, like, right next to where Connor's comm device actually is, so, Yeah, we need to go up there and grab that without them noticing us, hopefully. That way they don't, like, instantly kill us, because they're level 36, and they totally will instantly kill us. So here's the deal. They have the eyeball, which means they are looking for a fight, and they will see us, but they have a pretty poor line of sight, and they're sort of, like, sleeping right now, I guess. So if we're very, very careful and quiet, we can sort of like sneak along the edge here and just barely sneak up and touch the red crystal, which is actually Connor's comm device. Grab that, and we should be able to get out of here without them noticing us. So let's just be a little sneaky, and there we go. We got it. Let's get the heck out of here, man. That is so nerve-wracking. Like, I swear. There have been so many times, like, when I've gone up there while, like, just playing through this game casually on, like, my own personal file, that I went up there, went to go grab it, and then, like, they noticed me randomly, and I had to run away from the fight, or just, like, instantly get killed. Trust me, you do not want that to happen, so I'm really glad that, we were able to, like, get that our first try without, like, them noticing us at all. And that does bring up another point, like, Xenoblade Chronicles X only has one save file, so in order to, like, make a second save file, you have to make, like, a second Mii profile on the Wii U and play on that. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. Like, I have this Mii profile for my LP, then I have, like, my own personal casual playthrough file, so it's not really, like, a practice file. It's just like a second file I made because I really just wanted to play through like a majority of the game all at once while not recording, so I could sort of experience it on my own, and then I have like the LP file on top of it. So I guess it does sort of count as practice, but it's more or less just like a casual playthrough. Anyways though, let's talk to Connor now that we got his comm device back. So what's up, dude? Any luck? Once I've got that baby, I can reach the others no matter where they are. Well, have I got news for you. I got your comm device right here. Hey, nice work. I'm impressed. Glad to see at least one of us here is a pro. And now I know who to turn to for help next time things take a turn for the worse. Alright, let me call up the others here. And with that, we should complete that mission. I managed to get in touch with my team. Thanks to you, they're on their way here now. Here, this is my way of saying thanks. I really appreciate the help. No problem, man. Anything for a fellow Blade. And there we go, we're done with that mission. But now that we're done, you'll notice that Connor now has a red question mark above him, so he will actually give us another mission. Hey there, Matt, I managed to get in touch with my team thanks to you. They're on their way here now. So what are you doing back out here anyway? You bored or something? If so, I suppose I can give you that bounty assignment I flubbed. The marks of bold Sinicula that has been running around making life hell for everyone. Alright, so we'll accept this mission, why the heck not? Ha, somebody's chomping at the bit, huh? I bet you take that bad boy down without breaking a sweat. I'll forward the details to your comms device. Have at it whenever you like. Alright, so we got ourselves another mission, but you know what? We're gonna accept that, but not set it as our main navigational point right now. Instead, there's another mission that I would like to take on, and that is Sadie's, since, you know, we picked that up earlier in this episode. So it's miles to go. Let's set that as our main navigational target, and, we can actually fast travel to an area close by, but I kind of want to take the long way around, so I'm going to fast travel closer to, the East Gate to New LA, and sort of take the longer route to where we need to go, just because, well, like I said, I kind of want to fight some low-level enemies and level up maybe one level before we sort of finish this quest, because there is sort of like a boss fight in this quest that we need to take on, and right now I think we're only like level 7, and the enemy that we will end up fighting is level 9, so little bit of a difference there, and that could mean the difference between like me making it out of the fight alive or me just getting completely wrecked. Also, it's raining, so that kind of stinks, because with the weather effects of this game comes a whole lot of like debuffs. I'm not too familiar with all the buffs and debuffs in the game right now, so I'm going to try and learn those, then present them at a later time. But I believe the blue and red square icons to the right of your HP and tension points on the battle menu represent the buffs and debuffs. Blue, of course, being the buffs, and red being the debuffs. Like I said, I'll do my best to brush up on those and present them in the future. All of that information is actually available in the manual for this game. Now, I know usually nobody ever reads the manual, but believe it or not, it actually has a ton of useful information for this game in there. So if you're looking to find out more about Xenoblade Chronicles X or get a little bit better at the game, I would encourage you to read it. I've actually started looking at it myself. I just haven't read all of it as of yet. I think like both the physical and the digital version of this game come with an e-manual because Nintendo and like a lot of other developers recently have basically gotten rid of the instruction booklet that used to come with games like in the physical packaging, much to my dismay and the dismay of others, I'm sure, because I don't know, I actually like those booklets a lot. Like, I rarely ever read the manual, but I liked having them, and now that we don't have them, it kind of makes me sad, and I'm not really sure why, because on all accounts, like, the e-manual is way more convenient, especially for this game, since you can literally just press the plus button, bring up that menu, and the last option is the e-manual, so you can basically pull it up while you're playing, read through it, and then immediately go back to the game, so it is pretty convenient. You can read, like, stuff that is only relevant to you at the time of looking it up, so I guess it does make some sense to include it in the game. But I do feel like if we did have a physical manual, then we can sort of like read along as we're, you know, walking to various different locations and just like have the manual sitting in our lap. So each system does sort of have its own advantages and disadvantages, but man, I still miss the days of like paper manuals. I hope they do make a comeback because a lot of people do seem to like them. Anyways, though, the place where we need to go for this quest that we're on right now is very, very close by. But like I said, I kind of want to level up. And I think I should be able to maybe get like a level or two off of these easy little sheep-looking enemies. I know they didn't really do anything to us, and they really weren't going to harm us, but they are easy experience. So, you know what? Couple of them are just going to make the greatest sacrifice and give me some extra EXP. That way, I don't die in the battle that is upcoming. So, come on, man. Just go down quickly for me, will ya? There we go. And hey, we actually got a level up from that first sheep. Sweet. So, you know what? I'm not going to bother murdering any more sheep. I'll just take out the one for that level up. And now, we can go talk to Miles. So, what's up, dude? How you been? Hey, a little help over here. Some indigent attacked us during our assignment. Got one of my men pretty good. Skells is busted too. Damn thing won't even move at all. Think maybe you could spare some supplies? Oh, Sadie sent you. Well, why didn't you say so instead of letting me flap my gums like an idiot? Here, give me the supplies. I need to get this Skell patched pronto. Well, don't you worry. I got your repair kit right here. Thanks, pal. You're a lifesaver. I asked Sadie for help, but I wasn't exactly getting my hopes up, know what I mean? I'm impressed you made it out here in one piece. Don't worry about it. Let's downplay that. I don't want to brag. Lucky, right? Well, we sure as hell weren't. That indigent turned up out of nowhere. How the heck did you beat the Whimsical Duo Gill anyway? That thing was huge. What? You made it all the way here without running into it? Not even once? Yeesh, either somebody's watching out for you or someone's got it in for us. One or the other. Wait, that means that damn Whimsical Duo Gill is still on a rampage somewhere. Talk about a piece of bad news. Not every blade's as lucky as you are, you know. We've got to take that thing out before it kills someone. What do you say? Think that luck of yours is good enough to beat a Whimsical Duo Gill? Me? I want to sock that giant lug right in its ugly face. I'm sure you know how frustrating it is to have your assignment put on hold. Do this for a fellow blade. Secure the route and kick that ugly thing right in the teeth. I'll be here waiting for all the juicy details. Right, so now we gotta go and defeat the Whimsical Duo Gill that took out their Skell and injured one of their men. It's right over there. It is level 9. We're level 8, so I mean, we could beat it, but it's gonna be a tough battle. Like, I know level isn't everything, There is also like an element of skill in this game with the combat, but yeah, this guy is still a little tricky to fight. So hopefully we just get like really, really lucky and we can take this guy out without too much trouble. Yeah, he does have some very, very powerful attacks, like being able to stun you in place, and his electric attack is pretty devastating. So, oh, that actually put me down here now. Alright then, but yeah, generally speaking, you kind of want to stay above the enemies, and wow, I am a little bit low on HP now. Okay, now I'm really low on HP. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. Thankfully, we are nailing like a lot of our soul voices, so we are healing, but still, this is not looking good right now. Oh crap, he's on the ground. You know what? That's actually really good for us, and come on. Yes, there we go. We took him out. Oh man, that got a little dicey towards the end there. But we managed to pull it off. Thank goodness, too. That could have gone a little bit better, though. Let's just report back to Miles. Well, you beat that Whimsical Duo, Gil, into next week yet? Hold on now, judging from the air of confidence and that smug grin on your face, I'd say that baby's 6 feet under. Well, shoot, that's music to my ears. You cleared the path and made my day to boot. Pretty impressive stuff. I really gotta thank you. Well, while you were off fighting, I was working on this Skell. Almost got it all patched up. Looks like we'll be getting back to work without losing much time, thanks to you. We'll bang these data probes in our Frontier Nav probe sites and be back home in time for supper. Hopefully the engine data they churn out will make sure no one else gets another nasty surprise. Alright, so we can support his plan, or we can inquire about the probe placement sites. Let's just support his plan, why not? I don't want to, like, ruin this dude's mission. Hey, thanks! The Pathfinders are an elite group even by Blaze standards, which means average slubs like me have got to work extra hard to keep up. And that means it's time for me to patch this Skell up and get back to work. Some planet we picked to crash into, huh? Heh, it's easy to forget how nuts this place is until you get your ass handed to you by some giant monster. I mean, for the foreseeable future, we're probably going to be fighting things that can easily crush Skells. I gotta remember to be a lot more careful, or I'm gonna wind up a lot more dead. No more rookie mistakes for me from here on out. You be careful too, yeah? Let's the both of us live a long, long time. See where humanity goes, you know? Sounds good to me, Miles. Alright, so there we go. Another mission has been completed. While we're out here, I think I did see a couple of low-level enemies, so we might be able to battle like 1 or 2 of them, get a little more EXP, so why the heck not? Let's just... Oh, that's not good. Oh, he ran right back into that group of enemies. I thought like he was separated enough, so maybe, you know, we get lucky and not accidentally trigger the entire horde of enemies, so... Yeah, this probably will not end well. Like, I really don't think we're gonna make it out of here alive. Like, I'll try, but, yeah, that was not good. Elma's already down. I mean, Lynn, she has a lot of HP, and she is kind of like a tank, so, I mean, maybe she can tank up enough damage, and I can deal enough damage to take out a few of these guys, but I don't know, man. Oh, Lynn's dead. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna get out of here. Goodbye. We're not gonna mess with that anymore. Please don't kill me. Oh, that went from bad to worse in like 10 seconds, man. That's exactly what you don't want to do in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like, oh, geez. Like I said, pick and choose your fights carefully. I did not listen to my own advice there. And, well, you can see how that turned out. Oh, man, that was not good. Alright, you know what? Enough of that. I guess since we're done with that quest, really the only other mission we have is to take on that Sinicula that Connor told us about, but not too sure I want to do that right now considering I just got my butt whooped. So let's go back to New LA very quickly, and not really sure what we can do from there. I guess now that we're back though, this would be a good place to end off the video, so if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.